Yes, it's yours truly, the Tokyo Real Estate Man, coming to you today from the streets of Osaka. Okay, yeah, it's Tokyo Real Estate Man today. Very happy to be coming to you from the map of Osaka. I've often covered this neighborhood, Tanimachi, because it's the one neighborhood that I really like in Osaka. Let's back up from the map here. As you know, I love this map because it gives us the economics of real estate really quickly in Osaka. You can see this is where you want to be. You want to be in this sort of red, near this sort of red strip that's coming up the middle. You can see the truth here in the Osaka market here. It just gives you the facts of the market. You actually see a very balanced market on both sides though. You see the sort of affordable blue and green. Let's just click this one little blue here, see what comes up. And this is looking at something in the apartment, and this is a 61 meter unit for basically 1980 man, which is great, right? But why would you want to buy it? Strategically speaking, where location, 日本語で場所代 Okay, you want to get why would you buy this one when you can get one at a similar price in here in Tanimachi, where you're going to have much more better sort of rental options in my view, and much more liquidity in the future, because when you're closer to this red, that means that's where people want to be. Let's get over here, come here by the port, and let's click this one here, right here. What does it say? Kita Minato Dori. Okay. And another one here, 58 meters for basically Nissan, or 200,000 Canadian. 1980 man. But let's move the map in closer. But you can see when you come here to the at-home page to use it yourself, use it in intelligent ways and use this pattern so you don't have to waste your time and study all the market, because it teaches you the pattern and where you want to be. This is where we're going to come and cover this kind of stuff here today. Let's get off the larger map here. I'm stealing a social media video person's video right here, and I will turn the volume down. He had sort of an interesting video. He's walking around here in Tanimachi right here, and this is a lot of these sort of 1970s or 1960s sort of shoten guy here. He's covering it, and it's full of character. And if you've ever been to Osaka, Tochiya, and it's going to be sort of a nature store, maybe a natural path sort of market right there. You can see by the fountain, but it says in Japanese Tochiya, so I'm guessing that's sort of a natural path sort of now 2025 store. And this gives you the sort of shoten guy character of Osaka. And I think this is why those prices in this area are so high, because people like this sort of urban lifestyle. I think it's an old Honda bike right there as we come down the street here. Look at it. You can see there's a lot of older people here in the neighborhood. But this is the morning right here, so it's really tough to say. Fukusaka, it said right there. So some sort of just a restaurant right there. You can see there's momocharis right there. And who knows, that might be a yaoya, which is a vegetable store. Anyhow, I'm kind of really used to this look. And you can see that there could be some fish. That's a little fish styrofoam tote right there. So it really lets you know that this area, Tanimachi, in some ways, is not dominated by the conglomerate. And I love that. Although this might be, you can see like there's a kusuri there's going to be some conglomerate stores in here, but for the most part, for example, with your vegetables, the conglomerate does not dominate. And who is that conglomerate? I mean, it starts with the biggest culprit on top is SoftBank, and then it works its way on down into what's known as the chain 10, which are the all these stores that they've created, these sort of chain sort of stores that feed the money back into the conglomerate. You could say that why you get pissed off because there's 7-Eleven everywhere you go, it's because it's part of the conglomerate, and that's a way of this taking people's everyday, like the regular people's money, and sopping it up into the vacuum of the conglomerate. Sorry about that, but what happens when you're in neighborhoods like this one? The conglomerate doesn't necessarily dominate, because there's still small players and families that have businesses, and that makes me happy to see. Anyhow, the conglomerate is the bankers too, right? And then we have to make intelligent decisions when we're buying our real estate come back here to the map of Tanimachi. This one video, of course, was from Tanimachi. So that gives you a little flavor of what you're going to get. Some of the stuff in here, like there's going to be some tourist pressure on Osaka Castle here to the right. We're going to look at, I'm going to stay here under this, we're going to look at the blue dots here. This one here I really like because I think this one dot I'm holding it here. At one point over the next 20 years, I think that some redevelopment is going to come there. And there's some sort of patterns I saw here in the pictures and where it lies on this one sort of Honcho Dori. It's right there that I think redevelopment will eventually come here. And this red one here indicates probably that there was redevelopment here with this one right here at one point. Let's click this and have a look. First of all, oh, come on. Please, I've come this far in the video. Oh, here we go, right here. So you have a 60-meter apartment. I was right. See, there's a tower. I figure there's another 80 meter here for you'd say Ichioku Gosen Hapyakuman. And let's click this one. This is a really good, as the people always say, a great teaching moment. Yeah, but we don't talk like that here on this channel. Tokyo Real Estate Man. We're just going to go, look, this is something you can look at what's happening here in the marketplace, and something like this will eventually come to I think one of the properties we're going to look at here today. This obviously is the top end of the market. I don't know if I've covered this one before. 80-meter unit built in 2014, 10 years ago. What happens with the newer stuff? They can't hide the inflation price that's happening right there. It's on the 24th floor. Great vertical placement in a 2014 building right here. And there we have the this what look I call executive nice. Okay, executive boring might be another way of putting it, but it's got a great view. This is probably been a great investment for this person who bought it. Probably gone 2 or 3x on this. This is Osaka. It's not the Tokyo market, so certainly something like this in Tokyo would go for way more. Something like this in Nakameguro, in that one video that we did the other day, we saw that 70-meter unit going for double this. So, and that was built in 2009, I believe, in the Atlas Tower. That gives you a look. We know what it is. There's the view. It's a great view. It's a great view. You can't take it. Look at the corridor it's on. It's on a busy street. And where do the big developments happen when things get redeveloped? They happen on this busy street corridors. This perhaps is on a busy street. Functionally, there are two good reasons for it to happen. It's easier to get zoning for redevelopment along the busy streets like that. And another reason is it's easy to bring the big equipment you need in here to build big buildings like this. For example, if you go back here into the middle here, okay, they have that's sort of a newer building, okay, but it's more challenging, okay. How are you going to go up 50 stories? This one is 30 stories. But now the new buildings in Tokyo are basically 50, right? How are you going to go up 50 if you can't get your stuff in there? You can't get your trucks in there. So you can even see what's happening right here. Like this parking lot where this sits right here, something's going to go up high there. And they're just waiting for that redevelopment proposal. And this small building and this one, they're going to work together, and then something will go up from there. Anyhow, that's the sort of things that you can see that come here to this is very nice marble countertop. Anyhow, I'll get away from there back. That gives us a little picture of the top end of the market and redevelopment. You can see it here in the pictures, in these 3D pictures of Tanimachi. This is where redevelopment happens. And you can come back here to this other map here, and the Tokyo Real Estate Man, let me move out 2 degrees, so get rid of that little picture there, okay? And to the right here, this is where redevelopment doesn't happen. To the left, this is where redevelopment doesn't happen. So you got to try to get yourself into this corridor here that's up the middle. Okay, anyway, Tokyo Real Estate Man, take it easy. Okay, here we go. Coming down here to the this is one here, by the way, I'll just click it. I'm not going to look at this one, but we'll look at, this is a 45-meter unit for 2,580 man. Okay, really well placed. I like the locations down here better because I just want to be on this sort of Honcho Dori. But compared to that stuff for the same price to the right there, out in the medium outskirts of Osaka, why would you purchase there when you can purchase something in here? That's sort of my way of looking at it. こういう日本語の言葉さっき使ってたでしょ。場所代、場所代、場所代。英語で location, location, location. Okay, come to the first one here. Tokyo Real Estate Man, are you okay? 頭大丈夫ですか? Okay, there's another one here. 2150万 for a 54 meter unit. And we're going to click this one. We'll look at it. I looked at it already. Not a bad price for 54 meters. But, okay, the one we're going to look at, I think, the next one we're going to look at, the final one, I think is a better one. However, this is not too bad. And in this building right here, which is known as, what is it? Pucci Royal Tanimachi, Pucci Royal Tanimachi. And it's this building right here. I don't think any redevelopment is going to come here right now. Maybe you see three older buildings together. Maybe you could get like a medium rise. You can see some taller buildings here in the back. Could eventually come here, but I think the next one we look at is better. This, of course, is the fire exit right here, by the way, by these cool sort of spiral staircases, which probably were made actually in a factory, and they measured it all, they made it everything in a factory, and then this would have been brought down and put together in pieces, I think. And then this was used also in that sort of 1980, circa 1980 building in Tokyo as well. And you go through the pictures. The owner of this unit is currently living in the building right there. I think that's Toyota Voxy right there. And there's no internal pictures here in the building. It is on the 6th floor. I think there's 8 in this building, and there's only 11 units in this building. So you're basically getting kind of near a house, because your portion of the land is basically 1/10 of that entire lot. There you go. You can see it's an urban sort of area that's in sort of demand. And that matrix of colors, don't forget, this is the matrix. It really is the matrix. Keanu Reeves matrix. And the colors are here, and they're indicating demand to be in this internal or this urban neighborhood. I get it. The strike back on it could be that you don't like these, what are they called, 15-minute cities. I get it. This is right in the middle of the 15-minute city. I get it, but it's where the prices are, and it's where the action is right now. It's where the inflation is happening. The deflation is happening in the countryside of Japan. If you want to, like I always say, go use the transportation map or use the transportation systems of Japan to go to the countryside. But when you buy in the areas that are popular and are inflating. Pucci Royal Tanimachi. This is a great sign. I love this whole that circa 1980 made in Japan quality signs and stuff like this, made in probably stainless steel. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? I just love it. And it's a nothing special building with the older elevator. There's the staircases. There's, of course, the bike, the churinjo, and I guess they can lock it here to the bar is the idea right there. It's a smaller building. Smaller building to minus might be like you have to watch your behavior. You can't hide as much as you can hide in a sort of larger building. In a larger building, you can sort of you just get a little bit less known. When you live in a smaller building like that, you probably have to talk to your neighbors. Anyhow, we can see here Tanimachi Yonchome, and this is the subway right here in. So the placement here is ultimate in Osaka. It's right here. The nearest station is Tanimachi Yonchome station. Okay, that's all I got for pictures right there. It's just telling you the great urban location. This, of course, is a yochen, so it's appealing to families. That's who's moving into this neighborhood, believe it or not. Older people are passing away, and younger people are moving in. And the population in this area, according to the video that we did a couple of months ago, is actually increasing into Tanimachi. Okay, that's obviously supermarket, family mart. This is who the conglomerate is. Okay, that's who I talk about. Family mart, 7-Eleven, etc. Right now, so we want to shop in other places as well. Anyhow, that's probably Yubin Kyoku right there, and there's some park space as well, because younger people are moving into this neighborhood. Come back to the master map. This is the one I want to look at for the most part here. Get rid of this one, Tokyo Real Estate Man, and come up to, I think it was that one right there. I'll try to come in closer. This one is against Honcho Dori right there. And this is a little bit smaller unit for Nissan 380 man, 42 meter unit. Let's click it right here. If I can click it. We'll fire it up. We'll cover it. We'll cover a lot of stuff here. In obviously the layout in another one is a better one. The one on the sixth floor, 54 meters. So you're gonna have 10 more meters of space, or 11 more, or even 13 more meters of space, maybe 12. But there's one thing that we'll get at in the pictures that I really like about this unit right here. And there's a couple things I really like about it. First of all, it's the Bashodai, which is the location. But just on a micro level, having this other window here, I like right here. This window is here over the kitchen. You have the balcony, obviously right here. And you have this second sort of source of light, which I like right there. That's a closet right there. It says Shunu. But could that be a bedroom? I think possibly. And actually, you get really good sleep in there when it's really dark. I don't know. That's just an idea. You'd have to make the space into the way that you want to make it. But I just like that idea that it could be like a bedroom right there. And then that could be a living room. It says it's a closet, though. And it might, if we go to the pictures, maybe it'll indicate it. It's not a huge unit, but it's a good price at a great location, and you have U-turn ability. What I mean by that, you can buy this unit, you can hold it for 3 or 4 years, and you can sell it. Okay, when you get that stuff to the right or the left, it's an apartment. Can you sell it? I don't know. I'm just trying to get people where that red is the most. Okay, and this here is the building right here, or the balcony right there. You see the 1980 version of the fire escape. I, of course, would just go down the stairs inside the building, but they do have this sort of fire escape system. But actually, it's actually in Tokyo, it's probably safer to stay in the building if there's a big earthquake than go outside. Although your first reaction inside your body, if you've ever been in a big earthquake, is to run outside, but that's really dangerous because something's going to fall on top of your head. And having been on the streets in very big earthquakes like that, that is indeed the danger. They're saying in this one, I think that there's cable or internet there. I think that's what it's saying right there. There's high-speed internet access in the building. A lot of the buildings right now are getting like a community internet system as well, though, so that's interesting. This, of course, is looking outside. This is really the kind of key to... This, of course, is looking from the balcony across the street, but there's a few things here in this building that I think that are important. You see a building here built in 1980 right there where I'm moving the mouse right now. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I did that. But you see something built here in the last 10 years. So ultimately, and you see a tower here in the back. So along these sort of busy streets where you are right now, this building right here will ultimately come to where this picture is being taken. This building is coming here. This is where the development is, or redevelopment is happening in Osaka. And we know the numbers for Tanimachi are good. The population is increasing. The population in Japan in the background is going down. But in Tanimachi, no, it's going up. In Shibuya, what? It's going up. So this is where we want to position ourselves. I guess that's the building. This is a very good placement, by the way, on the 11th floor of a 12th story building. So right up there on the top. This unit is totally going to be easy to rent. Oh yeah, totally. Always laundry hookups inside. I like them on the balcony. But present day Japan, people like my girl, she loves to do the laundry inside. She doesn't want to go outside and do the laundry. I, on the other hand, don't mind to go outside in my underwear and look disgusting and smelly, and then do the laundry. But my girl, she don't like that. So this laundry hookup inside, very popular. What's going to happen? A girl is going to want to rent this because the laundry is inside. Unit bath, no surprise, new toilet with a bidet, a washlet, something once you have it, you can never live without. Anyhow, that's just me to talk about. I was hoping to see that little storage room. Is that's the Genk? Is that the storage room right there? That might be the storage room. My idea of turning it into a bedroom might not have worked. I'm not sure what that is. No, that's not. The storage, this is looking down toward the kitchen right here. And yeah, that's the storage room. Could you put a mattress in there and that be the place that you slept? And then that there as well has some nice ventilation in there. And you could one thing that's really challenging, really freaking difficult is the word for it. How are you going to stick an air conditioner in here if you did want to sleep in here? But You could maybe get a little window unit or something like that. But the way that the present sort of air conditioners work in Japan is one of the things sits outside on the balcony, and then everything is so hooked inside, and then you'd have to run pipes all the way back to the balcony. So the placement of this storage room makes my idea of it being a bedroom a very bad one. Okay, Tokyo real estate man. There we go. There we go. But you could have it there, for example, in the winter time, for example, and move your bed out here in the summertime. I'm always just looking for a little way to make things work. Okay. Anyways, or someone came over to your house, when your relatives come over to your house and you don't want to be naked, or you just want a separate life from them, stick them in the closet. Anyhow, don't get real estate man. Are you okay? Anyhow, what else? Other things to look at right here. Again, Tanimachi, Yonchomen Eki, 4 minutes right there. No surprises. The location here is superior. Management fees and repair fund fees cheaper than you'd find in Tokyo. 7990 yen. I'm so used to those prices. I didn't know when to say mon and. And this is going to be for the repair fund fee 63. So 130 a month, 140 a month. Pretty good deal. Shogyo Chiki, you could never get Airbnb. You could get, because Shogo Chiki means basically a commercially zoned building, which is why there's a lot of other big buildings and big developments happen in places like this, is because on the bottom floors they could put retail in there. Everything was basically redone here in October, last month of 2025. I guess this one's basically going to move on the 11th floor of a 12-story building. We know that this is the lowest sort of price band in the building for a decent-sized apartment. 4-meter balcony, reinforced concrete, 60 units in the building. So we can comparatively look at that other one with only 11 units in the building. Your portion of that land is 111, but your portion of this land, for example, is 1/60th. But I think this one sits in a better placement for redevelopment, and its position to the station is very good as well. I like its vertical placement, if that's a word. 11th floor of a 12-story building. Currently vacant, ready for possession. We can go back here. Let's take the Google Maps and have a look at where we are. Grab that golden guide, Tokyo real estate man, and bring us here onto the streets of Honcho Dori. Right there, you can see right there. And we're landing here on Honcho. Did I actually find the apartment? Tokyo real estate man. I usually get the wrong side of the street the way it lands me on there. Does anyone see the house mark sign? I don't see the house mark. That's the building right there. That was the building right there. And it's kind of a neat building. You guys say, what did Tokyo real estate man say was on the first floor? Retail. This is where the redevelopments happen. Come up the street here. And if I turn this around, I'm for sure that was the building, right? We saw it. I moved down the street from it. I think that was it right there. I have to move back. I moved too far down the street. By the way, 7-Eleven, what is that? That's the conglomerate. Sorry. But I think my first comments on that, Appa Hotel, by the way, see what's in this neighborhood, Appa Hotel. This owner, she's a very interesting lady. I've talked about her in the videos before. She picks the best locations to put her hotels, and she picks an interesting lot, and that's where she builds. So maybe there's a weird configuration in this lot that she thought, probably because it's a smaller sized lot, and she built a building around that lot. She's a really interesting lady, and where she goes, you want to go. And that's exactly where this building is. You can see Appa Hotel here. So what she did right here, she looks like they combined these two buildings right there. It's interesting. It's right beside the Appa Hotel. God, I didn't even know that. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I just feel like I'm spot on it here. And then it's another time of day, and you can see the how busy this sort of area is. Maybe this is the one thing you wanted to see. Maybe you wanted to see that this apartment is going to be a little noisy because it's on a busy street. For me, it's not a big deal at all. Okay, and that's the unit. The very unit, I think, was right there here on the 11th floor, right beside the Appa Hotel. So cool. It's an interesting one to look at here today. Here I think that was the building, right? Tokyo Real Estate Man. I better look around. Hopefully, I don't see another house mark and I get it wrong. Anyhow, that lets you know. And look right here. Okay, there's a udon. There's a udon place right here, right downstairs. And this is not a conglomerate. So there's still like these sort of medium-sized companies. Probably like a Japanese medium-sized company here. It's not dominated by the chain tents and that here in this area. So yeah, it's really cool. I think it's a really fun video for me to make here today. And a little looking at an apartment here in Tanimachi where redevelopment will eventually come. When is it going to come? We don't know. I don't really know when it's going to come, but it'll come eventually to a place like this. And you know what the indicator was? That Appa Hotel next door. I talked a little bit about some interest rate stuff the other day. If someone is coming from I can't really transact on this one for you. If you want to buy like this unit, someone in Osaka, you're watching this video from Osaka, find a local person, a real estate agent who can handle this. I can't handle this for you. I don't handle Osaka, but like, let's look at this. So I have the channel, reason I have this channel, of course, I love to do real estate sales, to have a way for me to make my life's work, monetize my life's work, of course. But at the same time, I'm happy that people who are working in Japan, just like me, the workers can get ahead and how to buy the real estate, the best real estate, and get the best deals and get into the best neighborhoods where you can have options in your life. And if you wanted to buy this apartment, you could live in this apartment and live in Osaka if you're working in the Japanese marketplace for 830 Canadian dollars a month. That's $600 US a month. Okay, does that work? In the United States, people pay $3,000 for their urban apartments to live. This is $600 a month. The drag on it is 260. So your rent in all essence is $260 a month. You're guaranteed to get ahead. Okay, granted, this is looking. It provides here the variable rate from the Tokyo Star Ginko, but we can move it back. I've covered the 35 flat on this channel. I think the 35 flat right now is edged up to 0.89, which is 0.9. Okay, so and then let's put a Atomikin, which is a down payment of 200 mon. Right there, which is $20,000. God, you got to have $20,000. Somehow get $20,000. Okay, and then you're living in Osaka, you're working in Japan, and you're living there for a drag of, I can't even do the numbers are so small on this, $230 a month is your rental. And you're going to have property taxes as well. Your property taxes are going to be an average of 5,000 yen a month. So you're living in Osaka for 30,000 yen a month, 300 Canadian a month. In total, you'll need about $800 a month for your shelter in Osaka. What does it tell you? It tells you the numbers work. Okay, you're looking for a house in Japan. Contact me. My name is the Tokyo Real Estate Man. My name is Bruce. I can push this. I can bring it up. I don't know why this ad blocker comes here. Thank you, ad blocker, for very much for all your help. This is my Instagram, Tokyo Real Estate Man. I invite you to follow the Instagram. Another way of getting hold of me is coming here to my website. I better update it before they cancel me. Tokyo Real Estate Man website. When you hit the contact box, it brings you down. You can fill in this information, or you could just give me an old school email to my Yahoo email from the 1990s. Bruce J. McCullough. That's my name. I'm not scared. Okay. Anyway, another video from the Tokyo Real Estate Man coming to you today from Tanimachi. I'm going to end here on this macro view as that's the micro view, Tokyo Real Estate Man. Go the other way. This macro view of Osaka, where you want to be near the red. Why would you buy a place, an apartment, okay, out here or above here, when you can get in here into Tanimachi, where the population numbers are working, the real estate numbers are working. Yes, another real estate video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. いつもこのチャンネル見てるありがとうございます。今日の動画は本当にさ、もう終わりです。お疲れ様です。